You might say things are getting a little complicated, but actually I've made some really awesome progress today. I made some changes that I wasn't really sure I'd be able to make, but I was able to accomplish them. So the last video we talked about having a memory registry for the multiplier. So one thing that I've done is I've added a Nixie tube here to display what's in that memory registry. In other words, what is the multiplier? And then that tube continues to display what is the input, so the other operand that we're doing the equation on. But a couple things have changed regarding the circuit. So first of all, if I go into programming mode, which is hard to dial a 0 one-handed, but here we go. You'll see the output's both blank, and we didn't get any counting on the tubes over here, which is exactly what I wanted, because you're in programming mode, it shouldn't be doing any math, right? But it would be nice to have an indicator that you're in programming mode, and so I was able to figure out how to make these LEDs flash when you're in programming mode. This yellow LED also indicates you're in programming mode, but it probably won't actually end up in the final circuit. Those LEDs are going to be in the final circuit. Cool, so we're in programming mode, and you can see we've cleared the memory registry here. So if we wanted to put in some number like maybe a 2, what happens is we write 2 to the memory, and you can see we're no longer in programming mode. And also, what's interesting is we didn't get any output on the display. Now that's actually really interesting because it took for freaking ever to figure out how to do that. And it's important because we dialed a 2 to put into the registry, but what was happening is it would see a 2 in the registry and the 2 that you dialed and end up doing a 2 times 2 multiplication here, which I don't think is appropriate, right? Because you're just setting the multiplier. You're not actually intending to do that math. And so if I put it back into programming mode, again, we're in programming mode. You can see nothing happened on the output over here. So if we do a different multiplier, do 3 this time, you'll see that 3 gets put into the registry, and again, nothing on the outputs, which is exactly what I wanted. So now we're no longer in programming mode, and we put a 3 in the registry. If we dial a 1, we get 1 times 3 is 3, which is that, and it counts down. So that's pretty cool. Let's go back into programming mode. And let's put, say, a 9. That would 9. 9 times 1 is going to be 9, which would be the 8-bit and the 1-bit, and then it counts down. So this is working really well now. This is almost all the functionality that I was intending, although there still is 2 more tubes to be added, 2 more vacuum tubes to be added, and let me rephrase, 2 more vacuum fluorescent display tubes to be added, and 4 more vacuum tubes to be added. I got a little something in the mail today. I think we might be looking into some sound features as well. So stay tuned.